I want to know everything I'm supposed to have each day. Well, you're going to have to get a psychic, not me. The fact of the matter is, what we do is legitimate work at Hippocrates and myself. I refuse to try to pretend I know what you need when I don't know you. When guests come to us, our medical team looks at blood tests, looks at the records you bring, talk to you, see the state of mind you're in. And from all of that put together, the team, not just one person, determines what would be best for you to be eating, what would be best for you to be supplementing at that particular time. But we don't stop there because we know who you are in February 2008. You may not be in June 2008 or 2009 or 2020. So when our guests leave and graduate for the rest of their life for free, we counsel them. Today I spent 4 hours in my office answering letters of guest alumni from all over the world. Some of them had been here. One of them I looked at came to us 27 years ago. Others 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 2 years ago, 1 month ago. And depending upon the conquest you're facing, the disorder you're facing, we have to obviously stay in touch with you more often. The good news is as you heal yourself and become stronger and healthier, even those people we want to at least one time a year communicate with. Now this not only is an important way to determine what each person really needs, there's no general rule out there. You know, in my books I sort of write general ideologies, but they're not, for instance, telling you this is what every person needs. Everyone needs supplements. Now there's another controversial thing in the so-called raw food enthusiastic movement. We're not the enthusiastic movement. We're very enthusiastic about what we do because we have proof it works. And the fact of the matter is, everyone we test with blood, with Spectre cell test, with long-term research, sometimes over decade after decade, seeing a person, we find that at times, even the healthiest members of the group listening tonight, including me, lack some nutrient. Now, those who say if you eat all the whole foods and the raw foods, you get everything, they are wrong. They are wrong. It's that simple. And I would like to, as I've challenged before some of these so-called leaders, I will pay for blood test. I will then get online with you here, place it on the internet, and show you what those blood tests say from these very people who are proponents of telling you get everything you need from your food. Well, if I have been eating this way for over 35 years, and rarely and occasionally I have an absence of nutrients, what the hell luck do other people have in doing this? I mean, it's really a scary thing. And the fact of the matter is, stress is a major motivation for lack of nutrients today. It's not eating the food, it's how we burn it out of ourselves. And any of you listening today that say you have absolutely no stress, just compare yourself to a woman or man from 50 or 100 years ago. Wake up, be realistic. They didn't have televisions, they didn't have iPods, they didn't have internet, they didn't have computers, they didn't have any of these devices that we have today. They didn't know what was going on next door, no less around the world. And the fact of the matter is, all of that has placed an enormous amount of pressure on us because we as a species never had to deal with that absolutely monolithic way of using the human brain. And it may be 100, 500, 1,000 years from now, if we survive our own stupidity, that we're going to have that capacity. But today we don't. So what we are not capable of dealing with creates stress. Stress is the #1 way to burn nutrients out of the body. So I will just challenge you by saying that the average person today needs dozens and dozens and dozens of times more nutrients than they would have 100 years ago, no less 2,000 years ago, because of that stress factor.